Hey guys, welcome back to the Wonky Brain podcast. Today I want to focus on daily life problems that make you feel like your world is crashing down around you. So, a lot of people with anxiety or with borderline personality disorder or ADHD find it hard to, one, remember tasks that they have to get done, but also, two, just finding those tasks almost impossible. Like something as simple as making the phone call to make a doctor's appointment and then trying to remember that you have that doctor's appointment and getting to the doctor's appointment, not planning other stuff on top of it, and then feeling so overwhelmed where you're like, oh my God, I have a million things to do and I can't get it done. Because that's how my day went today. I went to my group therapy program and then I left to go to a doctor's appointment. There's an issue with my health insurance and I started panicking because, I said, let me pay out of pocket. They were like, no, it has to go through your insurance. Otherwise, you're not eligible. I started panicking then. And then I was like, okay, I need to call my insurance. Started panicking because it's so hard to get in contact with the people for my insurance. So I'm like, oh my God, like there's too much. So that already was like, oh my God, this is way too much for me to deal with. Like you're just you want to just rip your hair out. You want to like smash your fist against your steering wheel. You're just fed up. So then I'm like, okay, I have to go do this. Let me go do that, try to distract myself, go get that done. And then that didn't go the way I planned it. So now I'm sitting here like, oh my God, that didn't happen. The doctor's appointment didn't happen. I went to the other appointment. Something got messed up there. And it's all too much. It feels like your world is ending, you can't keep up with everything. Bills, you forget to pay something and then you have to pay it and then you're like, now I don't have money for this. Like literally constantly feeling stressed. And that's a huge thing with ADHD. Like something as simple as like, okay, vape, wallet, phone, all right, good to go. Oh, forgot my keys. Oh, forgot my jacket. Like there are so many things where you're just like, oh, forgot this, forgot that, And it's not just small things like forgetting your keys, you can run back in your house. Sometimes you forget important papers that you need to take with you to an appointment, or you forget about the appointment, or you forget to make a very important phone call. That happens, and it's very normal. But the part that's not normal is feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I am going to die if this stuff does not get done. That's the part where you have to go, okay, I can change my reaction, to the things that are out of my control, and I can change the things that are within my control. So focus on the things within your control and just focus on your reaction to the things out of your control because you can't change it. It's out of your control. Put it to the side and say, okay, I'm not going to focus on that right now because it's out of my control. Go back to the things you can control. And it's not easy doing that because I just had a huge breakdown. And then I sat here and I'm like, it's going to work out. I say it out loud to myself, it will pass. That feeling of the world ending, that feeling like an elephant is sitting on your chest, it will pass. But you have to remind yourself of that so that you can have that feeling of calm. Okay, it's going to pass. Everything's going to work itself out. I'm going to get things done. Tell yourself that. Be like, I'm going to get things done. You're going to be late for certain things. You're not always going to be perfect with everything. Nobody's perfect. So really focus on that. Be like, okay, I'm going to get it done. Not right now, but I will get it done. That's fine. Like I have the issue of needing to be in control. And when things are out of my control, I start to panic. I start to feel sick. I feel uneasy. And then it's like when things are in my control and they don't go the way I need them to, again, I start to panic. It feels like somebody's sitting on my chest. I can't breathe. I start crying. There's no need for that. I did it today and then I said, okay, it will pass. And I calm myself. There's breathing techniques. There's different things that you're going to be able to do. Meditation, breathing techniques, yoga, reading a book, listening to music, self-soothing activities. Find something that is self-soothing to you and do that, If you're panicked and you went to your appointment, it didn't work out, like whatever happened, and you're like, I need to go to a coffee shop and just read a book. Go to a coffee shop and read a book for even if it's 15 minutes. Give yourself that break so that you can reassess the situation, see what you need to get done, see what you need to do so that the other situations aren't as chaotic. The next time you go back to that doctor's office or to that appointment, you have everything figured out. You have all the right paperwork. You have your insurance card. Your insurance is working. Like there are things that are going to make you panic. But you have to remember it will pass. That anxiety will pass. It's like a wave. It's going to come up, it's going to crash over you, and then it's calm for a little bit. It's going to come back, crash. It's going to have this pattern of up and down. Some people don't have that issue where their emotions aren't like this. They're not anxious, they're not sad, happy, all in one day. They're just okay, didn't work out, and they go on about their day. They reschedule the appointment, they figure out what went wrong. Some of us don't have that ability to be that calm, to be like, you know what? Everything's going to work out. Everything happens for a reason. Some of us don't have that ability. So that's what we want to work on. And I'm working on it myself right now, of finding that inner peace and that calmness so that when those situations happen, you don't react as badly. You don't instantly be like, oh my God, the world is ending. It's, oh my God. You're going to be like, okay, didn't work out. I'll figure it out. You're going to be more equipped to deal with that. But that starts up here first. You can't just be like, okay, you know what? Next time I go, I'm going to be calm. Because you don't know that. You don't know if everything's going to go as planned. So having those tools in your back pocket to be like, you know what? I'm feeling stressed. Oh yeah, I can sit down and read a book. I can call my friend. I can go to the gym for a little bit. Even if you just go to the gym to walk on the Stairmaster or the treadmill, find something to distract yourself from that moment. Because I said in a past video, it's not a bad life. There's bad moments, And there's going to be a lot of bad moments, but there's also going to be a lot of good moments in between that. So try to find those good moments for yourself to be able to be like, okay, this is a really, really bad moment. What can I do to make it good? If I can't fix the situation, what can I do that's going to ease my pain and ease my stress? That's the biggest thing, is being able to find things that are going to make you go, okay, I can sit back, I can breathe, chill out. Chill the fuck out, bro. Like everybody's go, 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 go. It's a race. Like everybody makes life feel like a race. Society too makes life feel like a race, like getting school done, going to college, getting a degree, getting a really good job, Society makes us feel like we need to do that, how old are you when you're in high school? They ask you what you want to do for the rest of your life. You're like 16, maybe 17. And they're like, "Okay, you're still in high school. You're 16. You maybe don't even have your license yet." And they're like, "What do you want to do for the rest of your life?" That's stressful, especially when you have stuff going on at home. You don't have good friendships. You have a lot of stress on top of you already. That is like the worst question somebody can ask you is, what do you have planned for your future? You might not have even seen a future for yourself. And that's okay. That's normal. You're not always going to see things the way that society sees them, or the way that your friends see them, or the way that teachers see them or bosses see it. Like you're gonna find things where you're like, I don't agree with that. Like I'm 22. I turned 23 this month. Have I figured out what I want to do for the rest of my life? No. And yeah, it is stressful sometimes, but then I have to sit there and go, okay, I can't change the past and I can't change the future because it hasn't happened yet. I can't control that yet. Focus on the present. Ground yourself and be like, okay, I'm here. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do. Now I'm going to focus on the things I can do. And it is, oh God, it's stressful. Life is so stressful. There are so many little things that stress you out or that trigger you. Some things may seem small to somebody else, but to you, your entire world is ending in that moment. Now it's up to you to be able to find those grounding tools, Find those coping skills, pull them out from when you were 15 in therapy. Think back to what your therapist told you to do when you were panicking. And if you've never been in therapy, call a hotline. 988, that's the National Suicide Hotline. Um, there are other hotlines when you just need to talk, just Google it. Be like, mental health hotlines. That's all you have to Google. And you'll see stuff come up and you'll be able to talk to somebody and ground yourself, It may not be what you need to hear exactly, but it gives you that break where you can talk to somebody, say what you need to say, and have that moment to be like, okay, I have a little breath. I have a couple minutes where I can, and then go back to the situation, reassess it, You're gonna have to take a step back from a lot of things in your life to be able to reassess them. And that's okay, They say 1 foot forward and 1 step back, or 1 step back, 1 foot forward, whatever it is. You're gonna take that step, and then there's gonna be something that, gotta go back, gotta back it up, But then you're gonna take 6 more steps forward, and then you're gonna have that step back again. Okay, and now I can go back again, keep going forward, go back, forward, back and forth, You're gonna find that throughout your entire life. It's not just gonna be when you're a teenager, it's not just gonna be when you're a parent, when you're a grandparent, or when you're old. You are gonna find moments in your life where you're like, okay, this is a lot, and I'm panicking, I'm really panicking. I panic all the time. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, I'm so cool, calm, and collected. I am not cool, calm, and collected. I am anxiety in a body. Like, it is what it is, though. That's what sounds stupid, but saying it is what it is, can't change it. It does help. As stupid as it is and how cliche it is. No. And the same thing with being able to say, okay, I can't change this, so I'm going to focus on something else. I'm going to try to fix something else that I need to get done, And don't say to yourself, I'm unfixable. I'm always going to be like this. In that moment, it might feel like that, but when you calm down, you're like, okay, it's not always going to be like this. I'm going to find happiness. I'm going to find times where I'm not always stressed. There's going to be a year where I'm really stressed. Next year, maybe not so stressed. But what's out of your control, what's out of your reach, don't worry about it. What's in the past, don't worry about it. You can't change it. So sitting there, it's called ruminating. When you sit and ruminate and you think about the past, the bad things that you've done or that have happened that you can't change, it only makes you feel worse. So don't focus on the bad things so much. Don't focus on those stressors so much. And yes, it is always easier said than done. But try to find those things that ground you and bring you back to reality. Give yourself a reality check. Tell yourself the date. Tell yourself what time it is. Tell yourself 5 things that you can hear, 5 things that you can see, like 4 things that you can smell, whatever it is, touch, taste, like there's the 5 senses. Find one of everything and calm yourself. It sounds so stupid, and I've said in therapy, that's so stupid. I'm not doing that. Weirdly enough, it does help. Imagine that. Therapists found a way to calm you. Meditation's a huge one. If that's something, you like peace and quiet, you want a little background music, maybe like a river flowing, or you try to picture your happy place. That's also meditation, where you go to my happy place, think of a beach, think of my dogs there, think of the book I'm reading, the music I'm listening to, and you'll be like, okay, I can take a breath now. And it's just to give yourself that 5 minutes, even just to be able to breathe so that you can reassess everything. Stress is normal. Anxiety is normal. Anxiety is the number 1 mental illness. Everybody has anxiety, whether they realize it or not. They might just call it stress, but that's anxiety, being stressed about stuff. You're anxious about it, you're like, oh, I gotta get that done. I gotta get that done. That's anxiety right there. So don't feel like you're not normal, oh, I'm weird because I struggle with this. A lot of people do. So remember, take that 5 minutes to breathe, take that 5 minutes to listen to your favorite song, your favorite book, whatever it is. ground yourself, and reassess. I'm working on that myself, and hopefully we can go on that journey together. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more episodes. Share this with your friends, share this with your family, whoever you think needs to hear it, or, be like, hey, I'm a little stressed, this video helped me. And maybe that way they can realize, he or she is going through something. Be patient with yourself. Life is hard. Mental health and mental health recovery is hard. Be patient and love yourself. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends.